Always on the outlook for new motifs, Niels Peters and Gerd Kaiser are experts on urban developments. One of the 80 buildings featured on the Berlin Archimap is the St. Canisius Church in the Charlottenburg district, built in 2002. Every building featured on the map must be less than 15 years old and accepted by the whole team.
Discussions were fairly simple because we have similar tastes and opinions. It's like anything else. If you have completely contrary opinions on architecture, it won't work. And we were quite fast when it came to deciding what to keep and what to scrap.
They have to be buildings relevant to the city. They need to be representative and generally accessible. The guide suggests a number of tours and routes so that all people can discover architecture at their own leisure. The Archimap enables people to pick and choose where they want to go and what they want to see, not just in short snapshots.
The buildings featured in the Berlin Archimap range from churches to embassies. Also included, the Jewish Museum by U.S. architect Daniel Liebeskind in Berlin's Kreuzberg district. You can find it in any tourist guidebook, but instead of listing opening hours and parking facilities, the Archimap explains that the building is coated with titanium zinc. Each building is portrayed in detail on one side of the map, and 10 tour suggestions are listed on the back. Josephine Cox from Switzerland and her friend Maren Becker, who lives in Berlin, take about 10 minutes to get from the Jewish Museum to the next stop on their tour. It's the headquarters of a housing society. It was built in 1999 and is the work of the German-British architect duo Sauerbruch and Hutton.
It's a nice building, but I don't think I would have found it or paid much attention to it without this guide. It's the headquarters of a housing society and not some kind of museum or exhibition hall, and there's actually no reason why I would have come here otherwise.
It's 3 stops in the underground to Friedrichstraße in the heart of Berlin's bustling Mitte district. Here you'll find a gallery designed by British star architect David Chipperfield, which was completed in 2007. The German Historical Museum is just a stone's throw away. U.S. architect I.M. Pei added a new extension to the old structure in 2004. It took about 18 months to complete the first 3 Archimaps. With Berlin, Hamburg, and Munich under their belts, Niels Peters and Gerd Kaiser are now collecting photographs for the next editions. This summer, they plan to publish an English translation of the Berlin Archimap. A map of London is work in progress, as is one of the French capital.
Of course, Paris is completely different from Berlin, Hamburg, or Munich. Modern architecture in Paris has a very different standing. People usually associate Paris with classical architecture. So it's tempting to say, no, wait a minute. They're building interesting modern architecture in Paris that's definitely worth featuring and discovering.
Gebaut werden, die interessant sind und die es lohnt, einfach auch darzustellen, auch zu entdecken.
The Archimap has helped the 2 explorers discover a thing or two about the German capital.
I enjoyed the tour because it gave me a chance to take a closer look at the city I live in.
It was a great day. I don't think I'd have done it without the guide. It wasn't your typical city tour.
But even when you are out discovering Berlin's contemporary architecture, don't forget to admire the city's older buildings and monuments as well.